Let's talk briefly about your qualifications for the seat of Congressman for District 3.
I was raised in South Louisiana. I know it backwards and forwards. My background, I worked in the oil fields. That's how I put myself through college. Got an undergraduate degree in agriculture because that's what we had in South Louisiana. Went in the Army, came back and went to law school. Came back and went home in Terrebonne Parish, practiced law. Drove a school bus, drove a delivery truck, worked on a farm. I cut cane before we had these fancy cane harvesters. You did it with a cane knife. Dug potatoes, drove that delivery truck. Know what it is to work and toil and to be given that opportunity. Sold clothes in a clothing store. All to pursue my education. And then came back home after getting my education and started a practice of law. Got involved in several small oil field businesses where I worked with them, became an investor, worked, understood the ups and the downs, made money in some, lost some. In fact, there's probably a couple dry holes out there I helped dig throughout the state as an investor.
I think a dry hole would be welcome today.
Yes, yes, at least you were drilling and working. But you know, and then all that time using that, then in the legislature, was a business proponent, understood it. Got the Business Champion Award numerous times from the Chambers of Commerce because I thought out of the box and I approached everything with a can-do attitude. Let's come up with an idea and sit around the table and figure out what we can do to improve where we are and where we're going. And I understood that you stimulate growth in your economy by tax incentives. That's why we created the enterprise zones. Look what we did with the film industry. All of that. It works. You don't tax someone to do a new business. You give them a break till they're up and running, and they become an economic generator. You get people off of the welfare rolls, off the unemployment rolls by creating jobs. And that's what's so puzzling to me right now with the Gulf oil moratorium. The president's got this big thing, and every month they're watching all of the unemployment numbers. We got to reduce the unemployment numbers. He just is putting 100,000 people out of work and adding to those numbers. Then you hear the story about, well, you know, those census workers, they're not working, but we're not going to terminate them because that'll impact the unemployment numbers. Are we playing games? Folks, this is real.
Yeah. So, tell me about the truth. You're not afraid of the truth.
No, sir.
Some people are. So, you're not afraid of an internet?
No, sir.
And free access to the internet because truth doesn't bother you?
Sir, I served 35 years in uniform, willing to lay down my life for this country and the right for someone to disagree with me. Spent 30 years, 28 years in the legislature where we had adversarial relationships. But I did it for service to my state and my country, my family, and my citizens. I'm not afraid of it. But let's contain our debates to the facts.
So, and I think I know the answer to this. Someone comes to you with a pile of money and says, we don't like this group of people. We're going to give you a bunch of money for your campaign, help you in office, but let's gloss over these guys and get them out of the way. Your attitude and response to that would be?
I'm not for sale. I'm not for sale. I'm doing this for the commitment. If I win the lottery, I wouldn't be out there asking for donations. I keep buying my lottery ticket, $1 a week. That's all I spend.
You don't play, you can't win, right?
Yes, sir. And if it's meant to be, it's meant to be. The most distasteful thing for me of campaigning, and ask anyone who's ever dealt with me, the most distasteful thing is having to raise money. But you got to get your message out. So I've got to do it. It's a necessary evil. But as long as you can do it without compromising your principles and sacrificing your integrity and your character. And I can't be questioned on my integrity and character.
What should I have asked you?
How I feel about what's happening? No.
Well, how do you feel about what's happening without going into a total rage and...
No, I was being facetious when I said
that.
What you're going to get with me, I'm going up there to do a job. I'm going up there to take the message that South Louisiana, we're not for sale. Our way of life, our culture is under attack. Our Constitution is under attack. And at the same time, I'm going up there to roll up my sleeves and do a job. If I'm reelected, if we have a district, because the 3rd Congressional District may go away, fine, I'm going up there to fight to save the 3rd Congressional District because we have 70 to 80% of the coastline. We have the oil and gas industry. We have all but 2 parishes in the Louisiana coast. We need a voice. I'm going up there to fight for that. I'm not afraid of term limits. I'm for it. You want to limit me? That's fine. I want to come home to my granddaughter. But I want to give her the opportunity so when I come home, we can enjoy the American dream and we can enjoy it together.